All right, I think we've had enough time away from that disappointing season, um, where we can officially start talking about this team. I mean, free agency started, GM meetings happened, and the Sox are doing that thing where they're making you think they're into it. They're into the off season. They're gonna make some changes. Man, I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it, really. I'm just here to like talk about what we need, what we should do, what we have, what we could do. For starters, in trades, like you have a plethora of prospects here. Mayer, Teal, Anthony, who's untouchable, and then Braden Montgomery that you drafted. I think Teal is pretty close to untouchable. I think Cassis is a chip, even though Breslow says he's not. I think that's a leverage play, I'll be honest. I think Cassis could be on the block. The real thing is if they're in on Bregman, which they could be. There's Bregman and Adamas, middle infield guys, but one of them would probably play third, and then Devers would slot the first. Um, Keep him healthy that way, even though he loves third base, I guess. Um, if they go for Bregman or Adamas in free agency, then you know they're trading Cassis, and they're trading Cassis for a pitcher. Whether it's Crochet, it could be Gilbert. I think Kirby's off the table, and I think Scooble's off the table. I think Luzardo is on the table in Miami. I think Miami has arms there. Seattle has arms. Miami has arms. Those are places you could get pitching. Detroit's not giving you pitching. Detroit is all in. They made the playoffs. They weren't supposed to. They made the playoffs. They made the playoffs and they won a round. So they're gonna build around Scooble, and they should. Scooble's a freaking monster. If you wanted him, should have tried to get him last year. If there's a chip that's ever on the table, really, in a trade that's possible, I think it's Crochet for Mayer, and then maybe you throw in. If you're putting Mayer in the deal, that means Cassis isn't in the deal. I think it'd have to be something a little less. Whether it's Braden Montgomery or or maybe like a different positional prospect that's not in the top like 25. I think Campbell isn't going to get traded. I think they really like what they have in him. Him and Grissom are going to be competing in that second base spot. And they'll probably be the insurance policy has to be legit for Story. He's gotten hurt every year. Like Story makes it hard to build a team, and Yoshida makes it hard to build a team. I know Story is a right-handed bat, but he doesn't really hit for average that well, and he's just consistently not on the field. Now this year could be different. We say this every year, but this year could be different. He stays healthy. He's a legit right-handed bat, but he has to be batting like number 5. Like you want like a number 3 right-handed bat that's legit, or number 2 right-handed bat to put a guy in between Devers and Cassis. They don't have that guy. They don't have that big right-handed stick right now. Um, like there's names, but I don't believe they can get them. Alonso, Rooker, Guerrero, they're not going to get those guys. Alonso, he's going to sign a payday. Probably in Queens. Um and then I mean maybe there's a world for Bregman. Figure that out. But I, Rooker, I don't see it happening either. Guerrero, that would take a big trade. That'd be like we put Cassis in a deal for Guerrero, and we put Mayer in a deal for Crochet, someone like that. The other name, all right, so the other name that we're talking about for free agency pitching now, not trades. I think for trades it's Crochet and Gilbert maybe, or Luzardo, someone from Miami in trades. For free agency, it's they have a good shot at some of these guys. Like Sasaki's one in Japan, that they're heavily in on, I guess. I'll believe it when I see it. You know how they do it. Believe it when I see it. Um, Sasaki, Max Fried from Atlanta, good pitcher. I don't know why Atlanta's not going to pay him. I mean, they have pretty high payrolls already, but if I'm the Sox and I can get Fried, I'm going to take him. I'm going to take him 100%. Corbin Burns, I think that one is one you can't get. I think Baltimore's going to back up the Brinks. They traded for that guy. They're going to pay that guy. You're really going to have to do something crazy to get him. Kikuchi, he sucks. Like I'd rather have Crawford than him, who is leaving Houston, but he was in Toronto, and the Sox freaking buried that guy. Um, but what the rotation would look like if you could bolster it a little bit by trade and free agency, like that rotation could turn into you get Crochet in a trade for Marcelo Mayer. Maybe you could do some kind of super deal with around Willie Abreu, who just got a Gold Glove. I don't think they take it. I think they need Marcelo Mayer to get the trade done. Um, I don't think they can. I don't think they can trade Kyle Teal. I think he's too important. I think Roman Anthony's too important. I think Christian Campbell's too important. I think Mayer is very important, but there's a piece you could move. It would be him. It'd be him because you're gonna figure out shortstop later on. You're gonna use Trevor Story and hope he can play out the rest of his contract. You have guys like Campbell who can play short. They're linked to Adames who plays short. Um, and of course Rafaela plays short too. Grissom is supposed to play short. They have plenty of guys up the middle. They need front end pitching. Hypothetical though, you make that move. It's like Mayer plus a Worcester prospect. They kind of like maybe it's Crawford. Maybe you attach Cutter Crawford in this. Um, Mayer and Crawford. You're bringing Crochet. Now you're looking at Crochet, Hauk. Maybe it's Sasaki in free agency. Sasaki or Fried, free agency. At number 3, Bayo at 4, Giolito at 5. That's a good rotation. That's a really good rotation. It's not like you're trying to make Whitlock fit into the role or something like that. You've got legit talent that you're developing and that is ready to go. Like Hauk, Sasaki, and Garrett Crochet as the left-handed ace at the front. That's a good freaking lineup right there. That's a good freaking lineup. Spend some money, bring in a guy like Adames, playing short or second next to Story. You got Devers at the corner with Cassis on the other side. You're keeping those guys. Roman Anthony's probably going to start seeing some time here in May and June. Same with Teal behind the plate over there with Wong, Teal and Wong. But they're going to have a backup guy, whether it's Danny Jansen, and he'll hold it down in the first half of the season. You're not going to see the prospects until late May, June, because the Sox retain a year of service time if they don't bring those guys up till then. So they'll get another year of pre-arb, and that's why they'll do that. But yeah, think about like what that team starts doing. Like that team starts to seem a little legit. You're keeping guys like Duran, keeping Abreu, Rob. They've just re-upped, but Abreu, Duran, and Rafaela is a legit outfield. Legit guys up the middle. If you can keep like a Trevor Story healthy, um, maybe Story is shifted to second with this Adames move. Story goes to second. Try to keep him healthy there. If he gets hurt, you have Campbell and Grissom fighting over the spot. You know, um, of course, David Hamilton's found a way to play up to a role here. I think he'll be in that mix as well. But yeah, they can solve a lot here. They can solve a lot this offseason. It's just like, are they going to spend the money? You know, dude, they have the money. They have so much freaking dough that they've just been hiding. They've been hiding it, refusing to spend. It's ridiculous. At the GM meetings, though, I guess it seems like teams are starting to take them more seriously. All I'm gonna say is like, if you can get one pitcher through trade and one through free agency, that'd be huge. That'd be really big for them. And then positionally, they don't have to make these moves, but it would help them. I think Adonis is they're linked to him, and I think that's a good player. And I think that helps them at the big league level up the middle. And it gives them the flexibility to move Marcelo Mayer if that's the play. If that's the play. A lot of people are attached to Mayer. I get it, but I think Crochet would be worth it. Thank you.